explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. The final game of the opening weekend of 2020. Time for football from Denver. Broncos and Titans. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The first carry is a Bronco for the longtime Charger. It's Melvin Gordon, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Made by Harold Landry.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
In fact, I know I sat down with my accountant, he said I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news?
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Locke to throw. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards, a first down.
Nice catch there by the rookie out of Alabama, Jerry Jeudy, and I am fired up to see the chemistry develop between he and Drew Lock, their quarterback, and in addition, Cortland Sutton, their Pro Bowl wide receiver from last year. This might be the best pair of receivers the Broncos have had since Demaryius Bebe Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders. This should be fun for Bronco fans to watch. Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Locke working out of the gun. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That goes for a gain of 31.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. So that'll back him up 5. delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Block on the give. It's Lindsey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd and 15 now. Locke sets up the screen to Gordon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Brought down back at the 36.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 42. And Henry gets the call there on 1st down as he pushes his way forward. A pickup of about 5.
He was taken
a quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Jabal sheared on
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off near the 44. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
The Broncos.
Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From just shy of midfield, Locke. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Cortland Sutton, first-time Pro Bowler. He was the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up
well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Shotgun snap to Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And 1 at the 29-yard line.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Derrick Henry. 7 yards there and a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
A first down carry for Henry. Bulldozes past him. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
13 yards. First down, Tennessee.
On first down, Henry. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he's got this down to the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
12 more yards there and another first down.
Nice carry there by Derrick Henry. Picks up a first down. And when you say workhorse, you're thinking about Derrick Henry. Won the rushing title in 2019 with 1,540 yards on the ground and 16 rushing touchdowns. Went to his first Pro Bowl and carried his team to the AFC Championship game.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. The Titans were #1 in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage last year, 77%. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Henry, the ball carrier.
Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are on the board first here tonight. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Broncos,
Gostkowski, the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Very short kick taken right at the 20. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3.
The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Henry. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11 now. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Back at his 48-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry. And he works free. 12 yards there and a 1st down. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
Henry again.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The tackle there by Mark Barron.
Brings up 2nd.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
He's tackled at the...
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And some room to work. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Complete to
Derrick Henry. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And his kick is good.
Makes the score Titans 14. Broncos nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And now to not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. 22 yards there, a first down.
At the 33-yard line.
And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's good for the Denver Broncos. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Locke. And his throw here's incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Locke off of play action. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Tannehill on 1st down. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8.
Brought down back at the 45-yard line.
And the busy night for Henry continues. Oh, bowls right over him. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big pickup there on the run. 33 yards. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 39. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
On the pickup.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the 3rd quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
The Titan ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run with Henry. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And it's complete. Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
In the offseason, Melvin Gordon made the move over from the Los Angeles Chargers to the Denver Broncos. He stayed in the AFC West, and now he has a mission to get back to being mentioned as one of the top backs in the league. With a young quarterback, Drew Lock, there, expect him to catch a ton of passes out of the backfield.
And Lock throws another one. It's intercepted. Christian Fulton, the rookie, picks it. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 31-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
A gain of 6.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take it a little.
Now Evans hit and the ball pops free. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. There are 2 words. We hear coaches say all of the time, one starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Number 22.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
It's a gain.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now it's Henry. Powers through it, and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down, Tennessee.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now we'll run with Evans. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
A gain of 19.
The debate about evaluating running backs will always continue. But Darrington Evans out of Appalachian State, one of my favorites in the 2020 draft. Great acceleration, very smooth in what he does, shows patience, and then...
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Tennessee.
Taking it in from 11 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on. And he's gone 2-2 on us now at 2 receiving touchdowns, now his 2nd rushing touchdown.
And that's the back of the NFL nowadays, isn't it? The ability to do everything. You can't just be one or the other. The best ones able to run it, catch it, and produce big-time points put on the board by him.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here? And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 39.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
To go at the 9-yard line.
The Titans were #1 in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage last year, 77%. It's 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. How about the game that he has compiled here? So he has the 2 receiving touchdowns, and now that is his 3rd rushing touchdown. 3 plus 2, 5 total.
I'm telling you, you and your math can't beat you on that one.
Yeah.
You got it down. But how about the diversity of the day he's had? Just what you pointed out. 3 on the ground, 2 catching them. What a performance.
What a performance. If I get my numbers and colors down, it'll be a real threat.
Just always remember, color between the lines.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Locke's throw caught by Sutton. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Tackle made at the 16.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
That's complete. Okuebuna. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Block with a quick throw out to Judy. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jerry Judy with his 1st career touchdown in his 1st career game. And the Broncos are able to at least make things a bit more respectable. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
Titans 38, Broncos 7. Brandon.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. Now increase here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. from the gun with Henry. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Hamler now on the return. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Behind the line of
yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And now here is another interception. Christian Fulton, the rookie, picks it. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
They'll take over.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play.
And Henry's hit. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
A gain of 11 yards. It's now 4th down.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1, because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They give it off here to the tight end. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
He's tackled
on the tackle. It was Dane Cruikshank.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Henry. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
On 2nd down, a run with Evans. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The ball carrier. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now Tannehill. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Titans, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Denver, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
on the play.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a flag on the play.
Yeah, yeah.
Flag on the play.
Hold up.
That's a flag on the play. Let's go.
Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake.
Let's go.
I just took off with that rock, just like Tyreek Hill. I just count 100 racks, that's a whole field. He don't want no championship, get him out of here. I just got a set, run up in the backfield. I just got a set, like I ran up on a quarterback. Shake and bake, make a play just like a quarterback. We ain't worrying about no formers, we ain't staying there. Running off the block, yeah, I'm something like a linebacker. I got juice like a Fanta, how you like it?
How you like it?
I'm on purple, I'm on yellow, like a Viking.
Like a Viking.
All these plays that I'm catching, I done gone crazy. I do my thing, 6 range, just like Tom Brady. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake.
Let's go.
I'm in the field like a panther, I done up the standards. Like Michael Vick in Atlanta when it's time to scramble. Neck full of water, call me Black Bridgewater. Lamar Jackson, how I throw them Ravens cross the border.
Hold up. You know I'm a touchdown with the sack. Run up the hole like a running back on the play. Intercept the pack like a safety, you boys can't shake the play. That's a flag on the play. Let's go.
Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake.
Let's go.
I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that drill, yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah. I buy like can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, huh? Yeah, we here.
Head to toe designer, drip, little bit, let me feel myself a little bit, you ain't talking big, get out my way, little bit, I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it, to the bank, let them rot in it, so much ice on me, I wish I had two necks, I got homies that can sleep without two, I got homies that can sleep without, Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in, yeah. Drip, little bit, let me feel myself a little bit, you ain't talking big, get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls, head to toe designer. Drip, little bit, let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big, get out my way, little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Cha-cha macha with it, rockin' black clothes. Whip around that Batmobile, ducking 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, little bro. Let me feel myself